I'm here outside of the Deering building in Augusta, where the commission investigating the Lewiston mass shooting heard directly by those impacted by the October 25th tragedy.
I want people to know how much his daughter meant to him. She was his whole world. He would move mountains for her.
Emotional testimony from family members of 5 victims of the October 25th Lewiston mass shooting, including from Stacy Sear, the partner of Michael Dolores, who alongside with Jason Walker charged the shooter, Robert Card, when his gun jammed at the bowling alley. She was also present and recounted being evacuated from the space.
I saw a man leaning against the wall, covered in blood. He had been shot multiple times but was still alive. Someone was asking for belts to use as tourniquets for him and a child that had also been shot.
Kathleen Walker, the wife of Jason Walker, says there was a failure of communication from law enforcement regarding the delay in notifying the victims' families.
We also waited an excruciating 15 hours to get official confirmation that they were deceased.
According to Elizabeth Seal, the wife of Joshua Seal, an ASL interpreter and advocate for access for the deaf community, says another failure was a lack of accessible information for the deaf and hard of hearing.
After a few days, news outlets were covering the tragedy and what was going on, the search for the shooter, and again, there were barriers to communication. Sometimes there was no captioning, sometimes there was a lag in captioning, sometimes there would be pop-ups on the screen that would prevent us from seeing the captioning. Some deaf people prefer not to read English, but rather watch ASL, and oftentimes there would be an interpreter on the screen, but they would cut away from the interpreter.
One shining light that all family members who testified talked about was the work of the Victims Advocate Program.
But the victim advocate, Jamie Miller, has been awesome. She's guided us through the whole process. I don't know how we could have done it without her.
The Commission's next scheduled meeting is February 15th, where they'll hear from the Maine State Police about their response during and after the shooting. In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.